Hey polish fans, it's Caroline again and welcome to another video here at Wild Moon Lacquer. In today's video I am doing a haul from Polish Pickup. This is actually going to be incorporating 2 different months. So the 2 waxes and the first polish here are from November and the rest of these are from October. I also do have one top coat that I think came from this pack. I've had this swatched and sitting on my nail polish desk for a few days and I actually don't remember if this one came with this or if it was just a top coat that I pulled to do the top coats for. I want to say it came in the box though. In any case, let's go ahead and jump in to our waxes. These came in my small order from November. This first item is a wax from Tonchi Mountain Studios. It is scented in Winter Joy. It has notes of balsam, blue spruce, amber, oak leaf, clove, mulberry, cranberry, and citrus peel. Alright, so first of all, it's got a beautiful snowflake in the middle of the wax. This has a lovely scent mixture. I think the 2 notes that I smell the most are the blue spruce and the clove, with a little bit of sweetness that's probably coming from the cranberry and mulberry. So this is a really nice scent mixture. I think it's pretty unique to my waxes so far as well. And of course, I love the spicy notes of fall scents. And I think this one is going to smell amazing warm. So that was Tonchi Mountain Studios Winter Joy. And apologies if Willa is being distracting. She is deciding to be a chatterbug today. I know. I let her in here because she was crying at the door and now she just wants to meow and meow in the room. Alright, the second wax is from Pretty Beautiful Unlimited. This is scented in gingerbread, and the scent notes are described as spiced gingerbread with rich and creamy butter notes, hints of maple and nut with vanilla, cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg. So another fall scent, a winter scent. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first of all, it's got these amazing shards on it, sort of like a large iridescent flaky. This smells delicious. This smells a lot more foody than the one from Tonchi Mountain Studios. That one was more wintry and outdoorsy, whereas this one is definitely someone made something delicious in the kitchen and you want to go see what it is. So this, I can smell the gingerbread notes. I smell that maple with vanilla and all of the spices. Oh yeah, this is delicious. I'm going to really enjoy melting this one. So that was Pretty Beautiful Unlimited's gingerbread. And then the only polish that I ended up getting for November came from Cuticula. This one is called That's a Wrap. And I ended up whittling down my wish list to just include one nail polish. And this one is a really beautiful purple polish with some shimmer in it. There's also some flakies and hollow. The flakies are more about the size of like a large glass fleck shimmer particle, so they are on the smaller side, but they add a really nice sort of a firefly effect to this beautiful color. You can see in that shimmer, you've got green and gold and orange towards that edge of the bottle. I think you can see all 3 colors there beautifully. And then of course you have the twinkling of the hollow in here. This is it in 2 coats with a glossy top coat. This one was just too special to pass up. As a purple lover, I was all on board. Plus, I really like all of the different components that she mixed in here. It creates a really special looking polish on the nail. You've got the twinkles from all of the different components and this really beautiful purple base. And as many purple polishes as I have, I don't think this one really compares straight across to anything else. So I'm really happy to add this one to my collection. So that only polish from November was Cuticula's That's a Wrap. Now we're getting into the items that I got in my October haul. There was obviously a lot more polishes that I got for the month of October. The first item that I got was a wax. This one came from Squeaky Peach Soap, which I believe this is my first time trying them. And this was Wax Melts of Doom, scented in lemon pound cake and crunch berry cereal. So they came in 2 little bags inside that one. They are heart-shaped and they are based, I think, on a cartoon. I'm unfamiliar about what that is, but they have the little cartoon characters on the face of these cute little waxes. So I don't know how much wax you get in these, but each heart seems pretty nicely sized. So let's go ahead and smell these. So I'm definitely getting like a sweet cakey note. I don't know if I would necessarily notice that as a lemon, but I think the predominant note that I was smelling was the berry cereal side notes. Yeah, these I think is more of a softer, foodie, but definitely sweet wax. I think I might end up mixing these with maybe another lemon to sort of amp up the lemon, or I might just melt one of the hearts and just see how it smells warm and then sort of go from there. But there was that wax. That was Squeaky Peach Soap's Wax Melts of Doom. Now on to our first polish. I think I did these alphabetically this time. And this is from Atomic Polish. This one is called Sailor Saturn. I believe the theme for October was sidekicks, and so this was one of the sailors from, I'm pretty sure Sailor Moon. I actually haven't watched the show, but that's where I am guessing this is from. So this is a really beautiful berry shade, almost like an electric berry. You've got a really pretty blue flash in there and flakies. This is another really beautiful color to my collection. I love these brighter purples in general, of course, but these bright tones are really fun for summer, and I love the blue flash on this. So this is it in 2 coats. I was actually fairly impressed with this in just the 2 coats. The base of this is a bit creamier than some other formulas that I've tried with flakies and shimmer. And just look at that electric color. Really, really pretty. Again, perfect for summer, so we'll have to wait to wear this one. But that one was Atomic Polish, Sailor Saturn. The next polish comes from Bee's Knees Lacquer. This one is called You're My Best Man, and this is one of their reflective polishes. This is also very, very unique. This has such an array of colors that you're seeing in the bottle. You've got this very deep, like maroon base. You can see the red reflective glitters along the edge, and then across the face you've got this shimmer component that in person is a really bright green with like blue and purple on the edges. But I think on camera you're mainly seeing that as a gold shift. This is a very, very unique polish. I'm definitely glad that I grabbed this one. This is it in 2 coats. Now for this one with those reflective glitters, I did end up using a glitter smoother, then my glossy top coat. And I think on the nail, on camera anyways, you're still seeing mainly that golden flash, but in person I'm seeing green and that gold. And I want to say it's possible that I'm seeing purple on the edges, but it could also just be this polish sort of reflecting back at it. But it does have that purple shift in that shimmer in the bottle. So I can't wait to see how this one is going to look on the nails. This one would make a beautiful fall polish, but I think I could also wear this in the winter. Again, super, super unique polish. So that one was Bee's Knees Lacquer, You're My Best Man. The next polish comes from Cadillacquer, and this one is Watson. This is a really beautiful, soft, almost sage-leaning gray. You have a scattering of these very small, like crushed multi-chrome flakies and bigger iridescent flakies. I want to say there's at least 2 different kinds of iridescent flakies too, because you're seeing warm there and then cooler tones there, like purples and blues. So this is a super unique polish to my collection, and of course I love the inspiration. Sherlock shows and movies fall into one of my favorite genres of clue-based mysteries, and I love watching those adaptations. So I had to get this one based on Watson, and I do love the tiny little multi-chrome flakies throughout as well. I think they add a really unique touch to this polish. So here's Watson in 3 coats. As you can see, it's got that slightly green tint to that gray base. What? You know you don't want up here. Goofer Monkey. And then that mixture of iridescent and tiny little multi-chrome flakies is super, super unique and beautiful. I think this one would make a beautiful one for winter, so it might be making an appearance on my winter rack. So that one was Cadillacquer's Watson. Next up is one from Cuticula. This one is called Meowgical, and this one, based on the name solely, would have gotten my attention, but she did another beautiful purple, this time in sort of a blurply tone. So just to compare it to That's a Wrap from November's launch, this one is definitely more on the blue side of things, but this one does come across as sort of a blurple because of all of the other components in it. But this one also has a load of components in there. You've got those glass fleck micro flakies in there plus hollow. So you've got lots of shift and lots of shimmer. You see those beautiful green and gold there towards the edge of the bottle and red along the face. And this is it in 3 coats. This one is beautifully sparkly. Love this one. Like I said, this one sort of falls into that blurply tone. So very happy to have this one in my collection. I think this one is going to be fairly unique to my collection as well. I am trying to get mostly unique polishes because my cup runneth over with too many polishes. But this one is absolutely gorgeous. So that one was Cuticula's Meowgical. Next up is a beautiful fall shade. This is from KB Shimmer. This one is called Pump It Up, and it is a reflective. So you have this really beautiful sort of a rusty orange base full of micro reflective glitters. You can see those reflecting back there, twinkling away. There's also some orange in there, so I don't remember if this one has like 2 different kinds of micro glitter or 2 different kinds of reflective glitter, but I am definitely seeing speckles of a deeper orange mixed in with that reflective component. This is that polish in 2 coats. I think on camera it's slightly washing this out to more of like a orangey brown, and it does have some brown in it, but it's more like a rust orange, so it's a deeper tone that I feel is coming off on camera. It's sort of washing out a lot of that orange, but it is an absolutely beautiful shade for fall and very unique to my collection. I think the closest one that I have already was a recent addition to my collection from Bee's Knees Lacquer, but as you can see they are formulated differently and they are a different shade of orange. The one from KB Shimmer has more of that brown lean to it, whereas the one from Bee's Knees Lacquer, which is called Nothing in This World is Freely Given, has more of like a yellow based jelly base plus those reflective glitters. So they are different. So this one does still maintain its rather unique status in my collection, and I think this one is a beautiful one for the fall season, although I think I may have mentioned it before, fall is quickly coming to an end. We've been getting snow here for the last few days, and it actually started giving us flurries a few weeks before that. So I'm already in the mindset of starting to wear winter polishes, which is a bummer because I have way more polishes that I would like to wear for the fall season. But as you can see, I'm already getting into my deeper jewel tones and winter shades, but we'll see how many more of my pumpkins I can squeeze in it to December. But that one was KB Shimmer's Pump It Up. Next is a beautiful flaky polish from Paint It Pretty Polish. This one is called 1000 Years Will Give You Such a Crick in the Neck, and this is based on the genie from Aladdin. This one is a really beautiful deep blue loaded with those iridescent flakies. I also have a sentimental place in my heart for the genie, so I was happy to see at least 2 makers do a polish based on the genie. This one is a flaky, absolutely loaded. I think there's a couple of different kinds in here. You see shifts between blues, greens, and purples. It is gorgeous. So this is it in 3 coats. I love the beautiful green shifts that you get on those iridescent flakies, and this base is absolutely gorgeous. You almost get a blurple tone because of the shifts to purple in some of those flakies. And this one also is kind of unique to my collection. I do have a lot of flaky jellies, but none spring to mind that are exactly like this. Plus, like I said, the inspiration is dear to my heart. So this one is from Paint It Pretty Polish. 1000 Years Will Give You Such a Crick in the Neck. And the next one is also based on the genie. This one comes from Polished for Days. This is Friend Like Me. This time we have a beautiful icy blue polish that has some purple around the edges, and you can see that beautiful shift to green. This one also has those holographic flakies in there that I absolutely love. The shifts in this one are really beautiful. I love the warmer tones that you also get at extreme angles, which I think they're sort of hiding behind the reflection of the bottle, but I can see a bit of pink and orange popping up. So here's that one in 3 coats. This one has a really beautiful metallic sort of sheen on the nail because of that shifting shimmer. And again, I absolutely love these holographic flakies. I think I say that every single time. I just can't get enough of them. They're really pretty. So this one should fit in nicely with the rainbow of polishes that I have in this type of a finish. I don't think I had anything quite like this just yet, and it is really pretty. So that one was Polished for Days, Friend Like Me. The next one was a bit more outside my wheelhouse. This one came from Restored by Polish, and this was Better Together. This one was inspired by Krista. Krista and Jacqueline have a YouTube channel which is also Restored by Polish, and I was excited to see them do a polish based on their friendship. And I believe Krista got to design the polish, if I'm not mistaken. And so she came up with this really beautiful bright neon polish full of iridescent flakies. This type of color is, like I said, a bit outside my wheelhouse. Pinks are one of those color families that I've only recently started warming up to over the last year and a half or so. And last summer I really did enjoy my deeper pinks, and there were a few in this color range, or at least leaning in this color range, that I did like. So I thought I'd give this one a try and show my support for Restored by Polish, and I think I will really like this. It is brighter than most of the polishes that I have, but that also means that it is fairly unique to my collection. So this is it in 2 coats. I was actually really surprised that it only needed 2 coats. I think longer nails might need 3 to reach full opacity, but I was happy with my swatches in 2. This is a really stunning color. I actually think I will really like this one on. So that was Restored by Polish, Better Together. And the last nail polish before we get into our top coat is from Swamp Gloss, and this one is called 8-Year-Old's Dude. And this one is a really interesting polish. It is a really tough to describe polish. The base is like a deep blue to teal, and then you have a shimmer, which is actually kind of hard to see past all of those glowing flakies. But I think you can sort of see that red glow popping up. And then of course you have the load of those iridescent flakies that are a really strong gold to green. Here it is in 3 coats. I think on the nail you can see a bit more of what I was talking about as far as that shimmer goes. And then of course those flakies look really, really neat layered up over each other in that blue teal base. I think for longer nails, you might still see a bit of nail line underneath, although I think it's being okay on camera. If you were worried about it and you only wanted to do 2 coats of this, you could do 2 coats over a blurring base coat, or I would probably suggest wearing it over a color like this, a deep shade of blue or purple. But that is another very glowy polish from Swamp Gloss, and that was 8-Year-Old's Dude. And last but not least is our top coat that I got from Vibrant Vinyls. This one is scented in Courage, and I don't remember what the top notes, what the scent notes were, but I did use it as a top coat over all of my swatches. And I would say I'm smelling like spice notes and maybe some sweetness as well. So I don't remember what the scent notes were necessarily, but this is really, really nice. It's one of my favorite top coats. I do use this quite a lot. I think it might have been one of the first indies that I got through Polish Pickup. So that was the Fast and Hard Quick Dry Top Coat from Vibrant Vinyls, scented in Courage. So there you have it. That was my haul for October and November of Polish Pickup. Let me know down below which polishes you got, and if you are new to my channel, make sure to hit the little subscribe button down below. That way you don't miss out on any of my new videos. As always, thank you so much for hanging out with me and looking at beautiful polish, and I will see you in that next one.